an audio-only recording of an exercise session for Vision of Adventure. This recording is supported by Disability Rights UK, a fitness and body conditioning session led by Paddy Finn. Please note that you need some weights for this session. These can be as simple as 2 tin cans or 2 water-filled bottles.
Right, okay, so first thing is going to be, you're going to be doing some squats. So 30 seconds of squats with a weight or without, up to you, in your own time. If you want to have a wall or something nearby, do so. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. Okay, low as you feel comfortable. Okay, good. And that's 10 seconds. And that's 25, 2, 1, and stop there. Okay, good. So next one is split lunge. So 1 foot forward. So Bruce, just try this, see how it goes. If it's not comfortable, then don't do it, or you might want to.
My leg didn't like the
Didn't like the squats.
Didn't like the squats, so
Okay.
I think the lunge will be too severe for it.
Okay. All right. So you have a.
I'll just make something else up.
Okay.
I'll just do something else.
All right. Okay, Liz, when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Okay. What I'll do is I'll do 15 seconds each side.
Right.
I think that'll be, yeah. Okay, and switch legs. And 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Okay. So bicep curl. So it's time to get some weights.
I've only got one.
Okay. So what I'll do, I'll give you a 15-second countdown then, Liz. Okay. So bicep curl, 3, 2, 1, off you go. That's 5 seconds. That's 10, 2, 1. Okay, let's change over. Oh no, sorry, carry on. 5, 2, 1, and stop there. Okay, next, tricep extension. So this is where you choose a leg, but if you put your right foot forward, or your left foot forward, your left forearm goes on your left knee. So you're bending forward. So can you lean forward a bit, Bruce? So put your left foot, there you go. So start with your arm by your side. So rather than hanging down, it's by your side. So Bruce, your hand needs to go back, further back. Right, now straighten your arm. That's it, straighten your arm. There, that's your starting position. Okay, then bend at the elbow and bring the weight as far forward as you can, and then straighten it out again. That's your bicep, your tricep curl. Okay. Tricep extension, sorry. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Okay, good. Okay, good. That's looking fine. So that is halfway. And that's 20 seconds. And 5, 4, 2, 1. Okay, and switch arms. So same thing.
So why do we bend forward then? Does it make it more on the?
Yeah, so the weight is, because you're bending forward, the weight is actually going up, so there's more resistance to it. If you were just stood up, then it'd be relatively easy.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
When we're ready, 3, 2, 1, off we go. That's it.
have you been out on your bike today then?
Been out walking, that's 10 seconds gone. Yeah, went up Wansfell, which is quite a steep hill. Got a couple of friends staying,
Yeah.
and we all decided it was quite a steep hill. So we went up, that's 20 seconds. 2, 1, and stop there. Okay, so it is on the floor time. On the floor, in the floor. Right, won't be able to see much of this, Liz, but hopefully you know what we're doing. So
Yeah.
first one is lat pullover. So this is where you start, you lie on the floor, you've got the weights in your hands, or weight in your hands, and your arms are extended over your head. You've got it, Bruce, and then you're bringing the arms over your head and down over in a big arc to your hip, in a big arch or arc, down to your hips, and then take them back again. Okay, so it should be working your shoulders and your lats. And we will do this for 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off we go. That's good. And that's 5 seconds. Yeah, so went for a walk at Wansfell. And yeah, it's quite steep, and it's 800 odd meters. No, 800 feet, 800 meters. 400. Anyway, it's about half the height of Helvellyn, so it's quite high. 3, 2, 1, and stop there. But it was steep. Okay, so let's go for, keep with the arms. We're going to do a push up or press up. Press up, either you can be on your toes or on your knees, your choice. And we're going for 30 seconds. Okay. Ready position, 3, 2, 1, off we go. But it was sunny. We had a sunny day, but with a very, very cold
Yeah, it's like here.
And yeah, by the time we got on the top, it was like you could actually lean into the wind, and it was like, oh, this is exciting. Because down the bottom, it was like really nice. 10 seconds left. Well done. Yeah, so it's a bit hard. 5, 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Okay. So the next one is shoulder tap. Oh, you're going to do tabletop lift. Let's do shoulder tap. Do it in the order that's on the sheet. So shoulder tap. So it's press up position, and then trying to keep your body as without moving as little as possible. Take your hand off the floor and tap on your shoulder. Okay. So right hand goes to left shoulder, right hand goes down, then left hand to right shoulder, left hand goes back down. Okay. 3, 2, 1, off we go. You know what we're doing. Good. Yeah, so very sunny, but pretty cold on the top. And we forgot, and I didn't take the hot chocolate, which was a mistake.
Oh no.
No, that's 15 seconds gone. Yeah, so I didn't take the hot chocolate, and then we regretted it because it'd have been good. But we had a good afternoon's walk, so that was okay. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and stop there. So that's shoulder tap. Okay, so don't push up that further. Tabletop lift, which Bruce, you were getting ready for. So tabletop lift, you start to sit on the floor, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Tabletop lift. So sit on the floor, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Yeah, hands behind you. So if you sit up and put your hands on the floor behind you. There we go. I think you may find, your choice, which was most comfortable, whether your hands are facing forward or backwards or somewhere in between. Okay, and this is where you push your hips towards the ceiling. Okay, so Bruce, just be mindful of that knee.
Yeah.
Okay, so just
I'll have a go, but I might dip out.
but start. Well, don't be too sort of energetic with it. Okay, go nice and steady. Okay, 3, 2, 1, off we go.
So you just tap your feet, is that right?
No, you're just pushing your hips up.
Oh, you just
and
stay
so
like
that's
up.
it. And then hips up and then back down and repeat. So it's
Like
the
up and down.
movement, and you're pushing your hips. Yeah, so you're getting your upper body as straight as possible, or as flat as possible. Hence tabletop lift. So be using your back, your core, your glutes, your hamstrings, everything. 2, 1, and stop there. Okay, next one. Glute bridge. Bruce, you might want to. Bruce isn't going to do this.
No.
Okay, so this is just for you, Liz. We'll do 20 seconds each leg.
Okay.
So you're lying on the floor. Yeah, you got one leg in the foot. Yeah, I can see you got one leg in the air. And the other foot, I'm guessing the other foot is flat on the floor and the knees bent. Okay, let's 3, 2, 1, off you go.
I've been reading about glute bridges for triathlons.
And yeah, they're important.
For your hip, what was it? Your hip, your leg, and your core strength.
Yeah, there you go.
For triathlons.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Okay, other leg. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. This is like having a personal trainer, isn't it? Fantastic.
Yes, good.
The thing is, your pictures on my screen are much bigger as well, so I can see it's easier to see. So 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Okay, cool. So next one is why it's called bird dog, I don't know. Bird dog. This is where you're on your hands and knees, and you lift right arm, left leg, and the rhythm is lift, hold, down. Then it's the opposite arm. So if it's right, you start with the right arm and the left leg. You then go left leg, left hand, right leg, lift, hold, down. Okay, and we'll do this for 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, lift, hold, down, lift, hold, down. I'll do 2 more. Lift, hold, down, lift, hold, down. Okay, right, you just carry on now in your own time and engage that core. So be conscious of engaging your lower abdomen. Okay, squeezing those glutes as you're stretching that leg out, and you've only got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay. So I think we will do all the core work and then we'll do the back extension at the end. So because I was going to do back extension first. So this is where you're going to love this, but this is where we do those three core exercises. So we're going to do sit-ups. My suggestion is that it's where you're laid on your back, knees are bent, and you place your hands on your thighs and you slide your hands up your thighs. So we do sit-ups, and then we're straight into heel tap. So you're still laid on your back, feet just off the floor, and then you're touching one heel, then the other, one after the other. And then we finish with crunch with a twist. Okay. So when you do the crunch with the twist, fingers behind the ears, and you're trying to get opposite your right elbow to your left knee, left elbow to your right knee, and it's a bit of a cycling motion while you're doing. And we'll go for 20 seconds of each and see how you do. So sit up to start with.
Straight on.
Yeah, we're going to go straight through them. So we're going to have a minute of core.
Right,
3, 2, 1, off we go. So we're now doing sliding. Yeah, so sit up, sliding our hands up our thighs. Okay, that's 10 seconds gone. So you've got now another 8 before we swap to heel tap. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we go to heel tap. So hands by your sides. That's it. Good. Right, Bruce, that's fab. That's 5 seconds. Liz, I'm sure you're brilliant. I can't see though. 10 seconds.
I'm doing them, honestly.
So that's
Okay, no gain.
2, 1. Okay, and now you're crunch with the twist.
With your feet off the floor.
Feet off the floor, yeah, and try and get your right elbow to your left knee. So you can move your legs, so you can bring your knees closer. That's it. There you go.
Bicycle punches.
I find this almost
3 seconds.
impossible.
2 seconds. 1 second, and stop there. Well done.
I used to do that last one with my feet underneath something. With my feet off the floor. It's impossible, but we'll get there.
If you got your feet under something rather than your core, you start using all your quads to pull yourself up because you've got something to work against.
Yeah.
Right, and now you're going to love me because we're going to do a 30-second plank. Working on that, so we're having a bit of a blast on the core here. Okay.
If you slipped that in, we didn't do that, and we.
Yeah, I did. Should we do
some side ones as well?
We'll do 15 seconds of side ones, but first of all, we'll do 30 seconds of standard, then we'll go straight into side. Yeah. Okay, so 30 seconds of standard plank. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Plank and then side plank. Actually, this is a good test to see how much we can get in the hour. Oh yeah, we're good, good. That's 10 seconds. Looking good. We're over 15, we're over halfway. And it's, you've got 5 left. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and stop there. Okay, choose a side and we'll do a bit of side plank. And you can go knee or you can go foot. We'll do 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Oh, hands in the air. Oh, you see, the old guard, the professionals. Bruce is, I think he's waving at me. It's making a rude sign, I'm not sure. It's good, I'm making him laugh, so he's keeping his core tight. And I think that's another. Oh, that's it. That's 20 seconds. Sorry. Whoa. Right. I didn't put the stopwatch back. Okay. Other side. 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Oh, this is it. This is a good session because it's all on time. That's 10 seconds. What did I say? 20. Yeah. And that's 15. 3, 2, 1. Stop there. Good job. Okay, a little bit of back extension, 30 seconds of back extension, gently, so we're using opposing muscles. Okay, and when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Okay, so make it as hard or as easy as you want. If you want it easy, that's fine. So you may be just lifting your sort of almost your chin and a little bit in your shoulders off, or you may be lifting your feet as well. That's 15 seconds. And you can always change. If you think, oh, the back's hurting a bit, you just keep your feet down. That's 5 seconds left. 2, 1, and stop there. Whoa, cool. 25 minutes. Oh, it's it. When I've got people who know what they're doing, it's just so much easier. I don't have to explain it all. All right, have a little bit of a shake out, a drink, or a bit of a rest, and then we'll crack on with the second session. Bruce, I've got a pain in the back of my knee. I've caught it over Zoom.
You're welcome to it.
Caught it over Zoom.
And I'll pass it on to somebody then. Oh, is it your right leg or your left?
It's my right leg.
It's my right leg as well.
Oh no!
It's right back of my knee.
It didn't like that side plank when my right leg was on the top. Didn't like that at all.
When your right leg was on the top.
Yeah.
As opposed to on the floor where the pressure is.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right. Well, I mean, obviously, don't push it if you just.
Perhaps I'm doing them wrong.
It looks all right. Looks all right. Okay. Good to go for the next one.
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to start with squats. Bruce, you're going to
skip it.
Do something. That's fine. Okay, so Liz, 3, 2, 1, off you go. You should be doing it with a weight, madam.
All right then.
Grab a weight. I'm going to stop and restart you. Okay, 3, 2, 1, off you go. Okay, control, control, control. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Just nice and slowly down and quicker up. Slowly down and up. There you go. That's it. Slowly down. Control it going down. That's good. Good. Slowly down and up. Okay, you got 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bing. Okay. Is it more interesting with a weight?
Yes.
I always prefer having if you have a weight, it just gives you something to focus on. Yeah, for me. And you're fit enough to do that. Okay. Yeah. So lunges. Okay, yeah. Bruce is going to do his thing. So split lunges. So if you want to use a weight again. Yeah. Okay, Liz, what you can do with your lunges, if you like, you can also rotate, you can also turn. Right. So you're not, because you go straight down and then you turn away from the front knee. Does that make sense? So
the knee that's forward, you turn over it.
So the knee that's forward, you turn away from it. Just try it. Right. Just try one now. See if that feels okay. Which way? No, you go the other way. Which way?
I've got my left leg forward, so I turn anti-clockwise then.
Yeah, so you're going to turn to your right if your left leg's forward.
No, do you not go that way?
Okay, I tell you what, let's just stick with the straight lunge with the weight.
I think you're facing me.
Straight lunge with the weight. Let's not do the rotation.
Sorry.
That's okay. If you're not sure, we'll keep with what you know. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Okay, great. So it's your back knee going down. As you just nod if it's it was 30 seconds we did, didn't we, each leg? Yeah, keep going. Yeah. So okay, so just come up to 20. That's 25. 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Okay. Right. Okay, other leg. 3, 2, 1, go.
My knee's hurting now.
Oh dear. We've infected each other with a knee pain. Knee pain through Zoom. Okay, so coming up to 20 seconds. Gone. And there is 5 left. 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Good. Right. Okay. Oh, bicep curls. So get a decent weight for your bicep curls.
Oh, bicep curls.
Bicep curls, bicep curls, bicep curls. So you want the weight, okay. And Liz, I'll call Liz for the 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off we go.
I see Bruce. He shouldn't come on.
He's got it. He's got, you know, dumbbell in his hand. 2, 1, change, Liz. Sorry. Oh,
right.
Yeah. I'll just run it on a couple of seconds so you get the same amount of time for each arm. I wouldn't want one arm to be left out.
I do some less.
2, 1, and stop there. Oh, come on, Bruce.
What size are you dumbbells, Bruce?
Both my arms did the extra time there.
What size are your dumbbells?
At the moment, they're 8.5K.
Oh, good.
Good man.
It's not a huge amount, but it's enough for me.
What size are your dumbbells?
Sorry.
Okay, so, tricep extension. 1 step forward, right. Put a foot forward, lean up. Yes, Liz. Yeah, I was there way before you, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Sorry.
Bruce, you've embarrassed Bruce. He's gone. Bruce, are you joining in on this one? There we go.
I didn't say how long.
Just sort himself out. Get your weight. Okay, 1 foot forward. So yeah, if it's a left foot forward, there we go. All right. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Can't say anything anymore, Liz, otherwise they won't be able to use the video.
It'd be beeped out.
Beep, beep.
Beep, 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 beep.
I'm going to put that as a message on Vision of Adventure Facebook page.
I didn't think what I said.
4, 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Right, change arms. Okay. Are you ready? Be in the ready position. 3, 2, 1, go.
What's for tea?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Roast chicken.
Oh,
The chicken went in
nice.
the oven before I started this session. Yeah, Kath's on the. So that's halfway.
Is Kath cooking for you?
He is, yeah. I'm sure one of my mates, Nick, will probably help out. He's a bit of it. Well, they can both cook. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Stop. There we go. Okay, so we are now on the floor. So first one is lat pullover. So you need select your weights for the lat pullover, which is the arms above your head, bringing your arms right over. Yeah, once Liz disappears. Happy, Liz? Yeah, you know what you're doing?
I'm ready to go.
Oh, you're ready to go. Okay. 3, 2, 1. All righty, let's go.
And Liz, I've got a lot less weight for this.
Have you?
Yeah.
How big is it now?
Liz, I'm going to mute you in a minute.
I think you
10
should.
seconds left. Mind you, it's good if you're laughing as well. It's good for your core because you're
Engaging,
engaging your core muscles. 1, stop. Okay.
It's your mind that's thinking it.
It's I say nothing. Right, you're on press ups. Right, press ups. So either on your knees or normal. Okay, you know a press up. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. Do you think I will get banned from Vision of Adventure recordings and broadcasts? Right.
I might get banned.
You'll get banned, yeah.
A black mark.
Okay, you got 5 seconds. 2, 1, and bing, stop there. Okay, so stay in the same position because it's shoulder tap. You know how I like focusing on one area, so we've done lat pullovers for arms and shoulders, and then we've done push-ups for arms and shoulders, and now we're doing shoulder tap for arms and shoulders. Right, hold the position. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Engages your core as well, this, as you know, as you'll realise, because you're trying to balance yourself as you go from side to side. That's halfway. $20 seconds gone. That's 5. 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Okay, cool. Tabletop lift. So this is something different. So sat down, feet flat on the floor, hands behind you, either pointing forward or backwards, whichever works for you, and then you're going to push your hips towards the ceiling. Okay. So
Ready?
Bruce sitting up, that's it, you got it. You've got it. Okay. You right, Liz?
Yeah, ready?
Yep. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. As with all these exercises, start gently and then build up if you're feeling comfortable and confident. Okay, that's halfway. And that's 20 seconds gone. 5 left. 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Boo! Able to glute bridge. Bruce, you're not going to do it. So Liz, as soon as you're ready, just go, yeah, I'm ready.
Ready.
Okay, off we go.
Yep.
We were doing 20 seconds. No, that was
30 on each leg, wasn't it?
30, yeah. And you're tough. So Bruce is going to make up his own exercise here. That's 15 gone.
Could you do these with a band then? Make them harder. Could you
With
do
a
them
band?
with a band?
Well, I suppose you could. 2, 1, and stop there. You could put a weight on your stomach, couldn't you? Right, you change legs. 3, 2, 1. I've got to say, well, I've quite got into these. I've done them a long time now, and they just feel relatively easy. But I guess it's just because I've done them a lot. Could you do them with like your leg crossed over your knee that way? Yeah, you could. Well, you could play with it. Yeah. I think having your legs stuck out is quite hard. 20 seconds. Yeah. But it's, you know, if you're, I think it's one of those things. Yeah, it's like any exercise. Once you've done it a few times and you've got used to it, 3, 2, 1, and stop there. You get used to it, and you get used to the movement. You get stronger at it, and it becomes easier. Yeah. Okay, bird dog. So this is where you extend right arm and left leg, hold, and then you extend, and then bring them back, and then you extend left arm, right leg, and hold. And it's a count of up, 2, down. Okay. 30 seconds. Ready, go. Extend, hold, down. Extend, hold, down. Good. Extend, hold, down. Extend, hold, down. All right, you just carry on in your own time, making sure that you're engaging that core and squeezing the glutes as far as you can on that extension. This is a good one because it's coordinating your opposite arm and leg, which is what you do in cycling, swimming, and running. 2, 1, stop there. Okay, well done. It's our little core triple. So sit up, sliding your hands up your thighs, heel tap, and then crunch with a twist. 20 seconds of each. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. So 5 seconds, I'm gone. I'm going to give you a little pause so you can swap exercises. Okay, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, stop, get ready for the next exercise, and go. I think this one's a killer. That's 10 seconds.
How far away your feet are.
I've got short arms. 3, 2, 1, and stop. And then it's your crunches with a twist. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So elbow to your knee if you can. Bring those knees nice and close so you get a sort of cycling movement. Okay, good. And that's 10 seconds gone. Okay, that's 15. 2, 1, and stop. Okay, and just because we're tough, we'll go straight into plank. Yeah, great, they say. We're going to do...
Happy days, Liz, happy days.
Happy days.
Happy days. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Okay, I'm going to add a couple of seconds on there. You're a bit slow, you two. So 30 seconds for your plank, and then we'll do a couple of side planks.
Have a glass of wine on your back.
With a glass of wine and not spilling it.
Yeah.
So that's 20. Oh, you guys can do this easy. This is rock solid. I'll just extend the time. 3, 2, 1, and stop there. We'll have a little pause, have a little shake out, a bit ready, and then it's dun dun dun. Side plank. So Bruce, you decide what you're going to do with your side planks. If you're all right with them, do them. 20 seconds each side. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. Right, so Bruce is doing shadow puppets on his back wall. Oh, that's a nice rabbit. Oh, an eagle. Oh, that's very impressive.
No, it's a Mr. Spock. Vulcan greeting.
It's a Mr. Spock. 2, 1, that's your 20 seconds. And stop. That was easy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try the other side.
Of the pain.
So all those years, Mr. Spock was doing bunnies.
Mr. Spock. You thought you were doing Mr. Spock, you're actually doing bunny rabbits. Oh, maybe Mr. Spock was doing bunnies, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but bunny rabbits, yeah.
Bunny rabbit ears. 2, 1, off we go. So you're having too much fun. This training is supposed to be this much fun. Woo! All that laughing. Okay, that's 10 seconds. 15. 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Firing through. So we have only got back extensions, and then we're done. Okay. See, if there was only you two next week, I would go for 45 seconds on all these exercises, or most of these exercises, because you're just flying through them. Okay, so back extensions.
Elites.
Sorry, Liz?
Elite athletes.
You elite athletes like what you are.
Yeah.
You experienced elite athletes. Okay, 30 seconds back extensions. 3, 2, 1, off we go. It is easier working with people you know. And you two obviously have done this sort of stuff before, so you know what you're doing. But we need to entertain the other troops, get them involved. 10 seconds left. 20 gone. 5, 2, 1. Boo! Cool, that's us. And breathe. Right. Okay. Do you want me to go through some stretches, or are you happy to work through your own?
Could be good for the recording.
Nice one, Bruce. Okay. So first one. Let's start with the arms. Interlock your fingers in front of you, and then turn your hands out, and then arms up and above your shoulders. Oh, my shoulders are tight. And push your hands as far back as you can.
Paddy, how can I stop getting cramp in my foot when I go swimming?
Okay, and bring your arms down. It may be when you're pushing off the wall that you're pushing off the wall quite hard.
Yeah.
So push off the wall gently, because when you push off really hard, then you sort of extend that foot, and then it cramps up, and it's like a claw, is it?
In the arch of my foot and my big toe.
Yeah. So, and you may be pushing off on one leg more than the other. Okay, interlock your fingers behind you so your hands are facing to the ceiling, then turn them so they're facing the back wall, and then try and bring your hands up as high as you can with your arms straight. To stretch those. Yeah, you can do that leaning over business if that sort of helps, if you're into that sort of thing. Yeah,
Liz, I've had that cramp as well when pushing off in the pool. And it's usually when I've pushed at a bit of an angle. So,
yeah, my foot was at an angle, actually.
Yeah, so one leg has taken more pushing.
Yeah, because I push off with the right more than my left.
And relax. Yes, absolutely. But what tends to happen is when you're swimming either clockwise or anti-clockwise all the time. So you're putting pressure on one foot every time you turn more than the other.
Right.
So that's doing a bit more work. For me, I'm quite prone to it if I've been running or cycling beforehand.
Yeah.
So if I cycle, in the morning and then go swimming sort of late on in the afternoon or evening, I'm always watching out for a bit of cramp.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, a little bit of stretching normally helps. So we've done a bit of arm. So okay, let's do the arm straight out as if we were a finger post and a signpost point going forward. Hand just above the elbow, and then pull the arm across. So I'm taking my right arm's out straight. My left hand is just above the elbow. I'm pulling it across to stretch that arm. Keep that arm as high as my shoulder, my other shoulder, and so it's pointing way, my right arm is now pointing way over to the left. Stretch out that shoulder. 2, 1. Okay, relax and shake it out. So now we swap, left arm is straight out. And for me, I take my right hand just above my right elbow, and then I pull that arm across, keeping that arm high to stretch that shoulder out. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's better. And relax. Okay, shake the shoulders out. And yeah, we'll do hamstrings next. So hamstring. So all the ways do bend at the waist and just gently, well, just bend at the waist, gently roll down, and so keeping a slight bend in your knees, but let your head go towards the floor. Let your arms go towards the floor. Let everything just sort of be soft and sort of relaxed. A nice way to do this sometimes is if you take hold of each elbow. So if your arms are dangling beyond your head, and then take hold of your elbows and just wave from side to side. So it's not just a straightforward hamstring stretch. Should help your back as well. And breathe. Back. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now, here's we're going to do a quad stretch. The quads are the big muscles on the front of your legs, and you can do this in 2 ways: either standing up, or somebody got me to do them lying down. So if you lie on your front, you do exactly the same thing. You lie on your front, so you bend your, in my case, right leg up, and then you take hold of it with your hand. If you're lying on the floor, there's less chance that you'll overbalance and fall over, but you can still do a stretch. But if you want to do it standing up, that's okay. So take one foot in one hand, i.e. right hand, right foot is in your right hand. Keep your knees together and then pull that heel towards your backside.
At the gym, sometimes
Sorry again.
Sometimes at the gym, you get your opposite hand with your foot, so you've got your.
Yeah, there's a thing about sort of saying if you're pulling it with, well, something I did hear once upon a time, but I haven't heard it recently, that if you're doing it with the same hand with the same foot, there's a chance that you're not stretching it properly. And I don't know whether that's because people pull their leg out, but I think if you're keeping your leg in line, if your knees are in line, then I don't know. But you can do opposite. I've heard that opposite leg with opposite hand, and you can push your hips forward to do the extra stretch. Okay, and swap legs if you haven't done so already.
If it's beneficial or not, it was just a myth.
I haven't done the opposite hand approach until the session started, and I do find that with the same hand and foot, it kind of stretches the front of my quad.
Yeah.
With the opposite hand, it sort of stretches the inside of my quad a bit more.
Oh, right, okay. I will just.
But I might be doing it wrong.
Because I do them Cossack squats, Cossack lunges. They're quite good for you.
Oh, you're on your own with those, Liz. Can I see the video?
You got to have a plate on your head. with a shot of vodka on the top of that. Yeah. Okay, and relax. Right. Okay. That's us. Right. We are 10-2. So with the two of you doing it, because you know what you're doing, we've whipped through it. But we did end up last time doing 45 seconds for some of them. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see